you're actually in my district right now, so I'm kind of biased. So thank you very much for coming out today. Can I get a show of hands? How many out there voted in the last election? Beautiful, beautiful. How many out there volunteered in the last election? A little bit less, a little less. How many are going to volunteer to recall Alberta Darling? Good, good, good. Good to hear. Can I hear that? How many? In a few months, how many are going to get involved to recall a governor who doesn't listen to him? So thank you guys. We've been getting a lot of thank yous since we got back, but I very sincerely want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and from all 14 of us that there is absolutely no way we could have done what we did without your support. Honestly, when we made our decision to step away, we said we want to make sure that people have a chance to be heard and that people will pay attention and that people will step in. And man, did you ever. So thank you very much. It's been amazing. I know personally it's been an inspiration. Anytime times were tough, spending my time on an inflatable mattress away from home. I thought of the people who spent the night in the Capitol, sleeping on the marble floor for weeks at a time. Thank you. So thank you. Right up until the governor felt threatened by those people sleeping there. And look, I don't like Snuggies either, but I don't think they're an affront to democracy. So thank you. Just wanted to tell a quick story. 6 years ago, I was feeling very down and defeated by what had happened in the last election. That was when John Kerry tried very hard and came one state away from being our president, and George Bush won. I thought, that's right, I thought by putting a sticker on and a button on and giving about $50, I thought I had done everything I could. And after that, I looked around and I said, this is horrible. I don't want to feel like this anymore. There's got to be something else I can do. So I started to say yes to more opportunities, got involved, grabbed my clipboard, started to get involved in campaigns, started to help here as a student at UWM. Helped to get recycling back on campus, helped get involved with the college Dems, helped get involved with the statewide campaigns, local campaigns, and got more and more involved and said, what else can I do? What else can I do? And we got to this point now where now I get to ask you, what else can you guys do? This is when you guys stepped up. Walker and Charlie Sheen are the only ones who think they're winning right now. It's you guys. It's you guys that are winning. So it's really up to you what you guys want to do. And as we move forward, it's a time to trade out the rally signs for clipboards. As we get out there and move to recall the senators who refuse to listen to you. I think it's, just to be clear, I mean, no longer, before this, I always had to answer to my friends to say, why are you a Democrat? What's the difference between Democrats and Republicans? Two heads on the same beast. You guys are all the same. Well, these last 3 weeks, I think it was a watershed, and I think everyone gets the difference now, that while the Democrats stepped away from the process to make sure you could be heard, we stood away from our families, we stood away from our spouses, we stood away from our friends and the state that we love so dear in order to let you be heard, in order to let you come out. And every step along the way, the Republicans said, well, let's shut off the public hearing. We've heard enough of these people. Let's shut down the debate in the assembly. We've heard enough. We don't like these appeals to our conscience, and you got 10 seconds to vote. They shut it down. They shut down the legislative hotline because people wouldn't stop calling. Then, that wasn't enough, and so they decided to try and lock the Capitol. And the first night, you got to remember this, the police came out and said, you're not shutting down the Capitol, we're sleeping here tonight too. what Republicans kept trying. They shut down the Capitol. They locked you out of your house. Your house. They took away our offices. They tried to take them over with Republican staffers. They imposed fines on us. They tried to hold our paychecks. And then they issued arrest warrants for us. That's right. So, whereas we stepped away to make sure you could be heard and the voices of the people could be heard, they tried at every turn to shut you out. And I think it's amazing that you didn't. That you guys are still going and you guys cannot be stopped. This is your democracy. When you've got a group of people who thinks that teachers are the enemy, they should really evaluate who they think their friends are. When you've got a group a guy who would rather take a call from a billionaire than listen to the tens of thousands of regular people right outside his building, you've got a problem. But that problem has a solution in our democracy, and that's called recall. So remember the moment. Remember what's going on now, because in a few months he's going to try and make more glowing speeches. He's going to try and pretend all this was for nothing. He's going to try and pretend that Fox News was right. It was pretty split down the middle where people stood on this one. Great. So remember this, and do me a favor. Tell your friends. Your friends are paying attention right now. I think everyone in the state has an opinion on this, but for those few people that don't, make sure you tell them why this is important to you, why this is important to education, why this is important to the future of our state, and ask them if they'll stand with you at the next rally. Ask them if they'll pick up a clipboard with you to help make a difference in our democracy. This is only the beginning. You can take it as far as you want to. This is up to you. This is your democracy. When Benjamin Franklin stepped away from the Constitutional Congress, a woman on the street asked him, "So what's it going to be?" And he looked at her and he said, "It's a democracy, if you can keep it." So this is yours. This is yours. You can take it or you can leave it. You can walk away or you can stand up and fight. You can make it your own or you can let someone take it from you. So, can you tell me what democracy looks like? This is what democracy looks like! Can you show me what democracy looks like? This is what democracy looks like! Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! You guys are beautiful. Thank you very much.